Are you tired of wrist pain? Have you been wondering how long it's going to be before it goes away? Why is it taking so long for it to get better? In today's video, we're going to go over the answers to these questions and many more in order to get you educated about your nemesis, wrist and elbow pain. Ready to get started? Let's get fortified. Hi everyone, I'm Sal, physical therapist and wrist wizard, and today we're answering one of the most commonly asked questions that we get when we work with people with wrist pain. How long is it gonna take for me to get better? The short answer is that it depends on your unique situation. Depending on the severity of symptoms and the nature of the problem, recovery can be as short as 2 weeks, or it can be as longer than a year to show any improvement at all. What I'll say though is that if you have a repetitive use injury, you have to remember that this damage isn't something that developed overnight. It took months or years to develop. To think that these aches and pains would just go away overnight is going to steer your expectations down the wrong path. Some research on Eldritch elbow, lateral epicondylitis, is that it takes 16 weeks of consistent and progressive loading exercises to prevent recurrence of the condition. 16 weeks, that's 4 months of a proper program that's followed consistently for it to prevent recurrence. However, that's not to say that you'll have pain for the entire 16 weeks. In fact, I've seen people who had a reduction in pain in less than 2 weeks. So that's good news. If you make the right changes and get on the right program, you can have relief very, very quickly. But if you don't stick to those changes consistently for a long period of time, the chance of recurrence is pretty high. Luckily, you have this channel and our Facebook group to help. Check down below for that. I want to share some of the top 3 reasons why it's taking longer for you to heal. First is the anatomy of the affected areas. Second is the chronic nature of these injuries. Third is a frequent re-aggravation of the area. There's one more very important reason that we will reveal and go over at the end of the video, so stick around for that. Let's start with the anatomy. In Eldritch elbow, the tendons of the extensors of the wrist are the culprit. Now, tendons just by their nature have less vascularity, less blood flow. This means that any irritation or injuries to these areas are going to take longer to heal. With wizard wrist, carpal tunnel syndrome, the nerve is being irritated and compressed. Nerve injuries also take quite a long time to heal. We're talking months to years. Nerves can recover at approximately 1 millimeter a day. Now, that's pretty slow. We're talking about 100 days at least for injuries that are about 4 inches long. Now, if the injury is further up the arm, it can take several years for nerves to fully recover. With sorcerer's thumb, the Quervain's tenosynovitis, the synovium, which is the sheath around your tendons, is what is getting irritated. This doesn't respond the same way as a muscle would. So again, this can make healing times much longer than something like a muscle strain of your quads or your lower back. It's based on the unique injury and the amount of damage done to the area. The second reason it takes longer to get better is that a lot of these injuries have taken months or even years to develop. Even when we don't have symptoms yet, the repetition of certain motions puts stress on your anatomy over time. And since the initial onset of the pain is usually pretty minor, people also tend to power through or ignore it, rather than nip things in the bud. It leads to a longer recovery time because it wasn't addressed earlier. So really, if you already have symptoms, get it dealt with sooner rather than later. This leads me to the third reason it takes so long to get better. Avoiding aggravating the affected area is pretty difficult because of how our play life is structured. As I mentioned before, the reason repetitive stress injuries happen in the first place because the tendon or whatever doesn't have a chance to heal properly, which leads to the development of a chronic condition. The question is, how are we supposed to give our body the rest that it needs if our livelihoods, or even getting back to our favorite game, depends on performing that very task that injured us in the first place? I've had patients who've lost work shifts or even gotten fired because they requested time off to rehab and recover. It's tough and I really feel for you, but luckily there are ways to deal with this that allow you to continue to work while recovering, but we'll have to go over that in another video. So that leads us to our final reason why recovery takes so long, which we'll go over right after this brief sponsored break. Today's episode of Wrist Wizards is brought to you by our sponsor Kingslayer Records. They make loopable, royalty-free music that you can use for your D&D, RPG, or other tabletop game, or on your D&D/RPG content, like this video right here. You ever notice how much of a difference music and sounds can make to a scene? Let's take a look at this one right here without any sound. Now, let's layer in one of the Kingslayer tracks Makes a whole lot of difference. All the tracks that they have on their Spotify are pretty obviously named, so you can find the track that goes well with your scene pretty easily, rather than having to try to find out what Deluge Despair or Whispering Field is, and what that sounds like, and if that's going to be appropriate for your vignette. So if you're a next level DM who wants to take immersion of your players to the next step, go check out Kingslayer Records. You can find them right on Spotify or your streaming service of choice. Kingslayer Records, killing royalty since 2020. And now back to our regularly scheduled program. Alright, so last major reason that it takes so long to get better from these injuries is, dun dun, inconsistency with the treatment program. The fundamentals to recovery for most wrist and elbow conditions are pretty simple. Load the affected area slowly until you strengthen it enough that your job or task no longer irritates it. Simplicity, however, strangely makes recovery much more difficult. Performing the same exercises every day over the course of 16 weeks can seem daunting and boring. Ironically, if the treatment is effective and the pain reduces, people also have the tendency to quit early. Once the pain stops, they stop doing their exercises and go back to doing their old way of doing things. Is it a surprise that a few weeks after that the pain comes back? Don't worry, there's hope. Firstly, we'll be addressing how to deal with these pitfalls in our next video, so make sure you subscribe to this channel and join our Facebook group, The Wrist Wizards, to make sure you get those updates. Links are down below. Secondly, we're currently developing a treat yourself course for the first and most common injury of the wrist and elbow, eldritch elbow, which is tennis elbow, where we not only educate you on the condition and give you a step-by-step program how to recover from it and get out of pain, but we also make it fun. Remember how I said that inconsistency can happen because of boredom? Well, we hope to address that by adding our own funky nerdy flair to the program. We're creating things like missions and quests, XP tracking, awesome custom art and animations, and humorous high-quality videos in order to make your journey more meaningful and hopefully more enjoyable. So if that's something that interests you, subscribe. That's all for today, folks, and until the next video, don't forget to fortify strength.